Do you get excited when you see one of your favorite brands or retailers or a company that you enjoy shopping with put on a fashion show or maybe even have a pop-up shop? Well, those type of events are called special events, and it's one of the promotional mix elements that we're going to talk about. So let's go. You're listening to Marketing Adventure, the hub for business, fashion, marketing, and other CTE educators who integrate marketing into the learning experience. I'm your host, Jackie Walker. Each week, I'll cover marketing education concepts, strategies, tips, trends, frameworks, and other information to equip you to connect your classroom to digital natives while cultivating an engaged learning environment. So come on into the room where your favorite beverage, snacks, and even your cell phone are all welcome. So as I said in the beginning, we're going to be talking about special events. It is one of the several promotional mix elements that a company, a brand, an entity, or an organization uses as a part of promoting to their target audience. So what exactly is a special event? Well, it's one of those non-daily routine occurrences that is a main attraction and a feature for a brand, a company, or an entity. It's not their normal routine. It is something that is special, that is out of the norm, that they do to attract business to their company. It is either to, and we'll talk about the purposes of it as we go on into it, but just know from the very beginning that it's not a normal activity. It's not a day-to-day routine activity. It is something that is maybe that occurs once a year or maybe even twice a year. And a company can have more than one type of special event. I'm going to get into the various types of special events that a company can have. And of course, special events can be a full gamut of things. I am going to be focused specifically on some type of special events that fashion brands and companies do. So what is the purpose of special events? If they're going to just occur every so often, like what are they really for? Well, it's many things that it could be for, but I would tell you that most special events are a notable occasion. It could be that they're celebrating the anniversary of a business. It could be that they're celebrating the founder, or there's something that is happening that's special to that particular brand or company, and they want to celebrate. They want to put on an event for it. So notable occasions. Also, to call attention to something. Maybe there is some type of cause that the business supports and they want to bring attention to it by having a special event, and maybe do something charitable along with that special event. Or it could be just to inform their audience about something. If there's a designer, they're informing their audience about their collection by having a fashion show. So there's just a variety of reasons that a company, a brand, or an entity could actually have a special event. It is something that is big to the company. They want to announce something. They want to celebrate something. They want to bring attention to something. Maybe they want to even bring in a new audience. So they're doing something special to bring attention to their company. So we're going to talk about a variety of things that can be done for special events. Now, as a result of hosting a special event, there could be many results that a company or a brand could get from that. One could be to increase customer traffic. Another could be to actually sell some products and goods. Another, like I said before, could be to promote a particular cause. And also, special events help to improve the company image, depending on what that event is. Those are just some of the results that could be from having a special event. Now, because a special event is not a normal routine activity, there are some things that are required for it to happen. So, advanced planning is definitely key to having a special event because generally you're going to have to involve other companies in the event, such as acquiring a space for it. So the venue is key. Having maybe someone to come in, like a planner, a party planner to come in and set up the venue with chairs, tables, everything, all those different things to decorate. There's so many different aspects of this special event that you may need other people to come in and help prepare the area. You also may need a committee of people who are doing the actual planning. So there are a lot of things that go on the planning and implementation side of special events. So that's one thing. Advertising is needed because if it's a special event, you need to let people know about it. You may have to put a media kit together. You may have to get out in there and do some publicity. There are so many aspects, other promotional elements that would be needed to help promote the special event. So those are two things, planning and advertising, that will have to go into your special event getting out there and for people to see it. Now, again, this is not typical day-to-day routine activities. So whenever anything goes off like this, because you're putting a lot of money behind it, more than likely, you want to make sure that you get the most exposure to your audience as possible. Now, a special event doesn't have to be just, say, like a couple hours or one day event. It could be multiple days. It could be several weeks, depending on what the special event is. Let's talk about, say, for instance, Fashion Week. Now, we know Fashion Week in every region lasts more than one day. Fashion Week is several days of events that go on. And so that is a special event. It only happens a couple of times a year, in the fall and for the summer spring collection. But it does go on for several days. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of promotion. A lot of people are involved in it. So your special events could be a simple fashion show that's 1 hour long, or it could be Fashion Week, which is several days long. All right. So there's no limitation as to how long a special event has to be. It's tailored to the brand, the company, the entity that is putting the special event on. And you do want to reach a particular audience of people with your special event in order to serve the purpose of the event itself. Now that we've covered what a special event is, the purpose of it, its characteristics, and what results you want to come from it, let's talk about these special events themselves. Now, I have a list of about 15 special events, and I've broken them into 3 categories. So today, we're going to talk about the actual in-person activity special events. And then in the next episodes, we'll go over some online and enrollment activities, special events, and then some functions that are special events. So let's get into it. So for the in-person activities, special events, I have 3 of them that I'm going to focus on. The first one is called a special sale. Now, with a special sale, it's a promotional event during which a store actually offers a sale on their products or services. It is for specific customers, and they provide discounts to those customers on specific merchandise. This just is used to entice the customer, of course, to buy something. So those sales could be like a summer sale. Like in the summer sales, usually it's like summer dresses, summer clothing, tanks, tees. It could be swimwear sale. It could be a back to school sale. It's very specific to a particular time of year, a season, or a particular time when certain things are going on. It could be Christmas sale, all those different things. So those are the company could create a special event around those various seasons or occasions. Now, I'm not going to say that every single sale that a company puts on is a special event. It's not. It's a sale. It's a promotion. But they could create a special event, like back to school, for instance. Most times when a store or like a big department store does a back to school event, they will put on a fashion show, whether it's in the mall or whether it's in the store itself. They tend to do some type of free event that's open to the public to showcase their collection of clothing in their store that are back to school items. So that's one way a company can use a special event. Now, some characteristics of a special sale is that it's exclusive. It's a limited time offer, so it's not something that's going to occur for any length of time. So it creates this sense of urgency and also an impulse type of purchase environment so that the audience may think, or they will think, that, hey, I need to get this right now because I will not be able to get this at any other time at this price, or they will run out of this item and they won't be offering it anymore. So it creates kind of a customer loyalty as well, because they know that you offer particular brands, particular items at certain price points. So they want to keep coming back to you if they like what they purchased previously, if it makes them feel a certain type of way, if it makes them feel like they are on trend because maybe everybody wants this. I mean, you sparked this interest, you created some type of desire for the product through having these special sales. So you want to you keep that customer coming back, and if you do it seasonally, or if they know that you're going to do it at a particular time of year, then they're definitely going to be looking out for that. One thing that comes to mind for me is Bath and Body Works, when they have those huge 3-wick candles that go on sale at certain times of the year. And I know that I'm in a chat group with some people, or I have a friend who likes those candles as well. And so whenever those candles go on sale for the ridiculously low prices, in the chat group, they're like, hey, y'all, Bath and Body Works has the 3-wick candles for $10 or whatever the cost of it is. Or I may receive a text message from a friend, or I may see it on my social media if somebody decides to share it. But it creates that desire because people are looking out for those particular price points. They're looking out at that special time of year, and so it creates loyalty from people because they're going to continue to look at your advertisements, get on your mailing list, or they're going to do something to keep themselves in the loop of knowledge, so that they can purchase those candles at that time of year. So that's what a special sale can do. And that really is a big event. That's a special event for Bath and Body Works because they gear up to have those candles on sale at that particular time of year. And not just the candles, they have other products that they sell as well. But it is a special event for them because it is well known in the community that that event is going to occur at that time of year, and it's going to bring about a large volume of sales. And of course, they have a large inventory to prepare for that. So those are just some characteristics of what a special event is. The second special event as an in-person activity is a demonstration. A lot of times a company will bring in a specialty person who can demonstrate something that is connected to the products or services that the company has. For instance, they may bring in a stylist to demonstrate how to put an outfit together. They may bring in a colorist who can demonstrate what someone's color season is. And those things help with customers knowing what to purchase or how to put things together or what looks best on them. So those are some things that are demonstrations that are in person. If it's a food company, they may bring a chef in. I've seen companies that have a chef in their window cooking something. They could be demonstrating how to use certain pots and pans. It could be demonstrating how to make something with the food items that that company sells. So demonstrations are a live activity, in-person activity that engages the customers, piques their interest, and allows them to see how something can be used. Now, some characteristics of a demonstration is that it is a very informal environment. It is not set up with a lot of big decoration or anything that is elaborate. It's very informal. It's usually some chairs, if it has chairs at all. It usually is a table setting so that the person who's demonstrating has somewhere to put all the items that they're using. If it's a stylist or if it's a colorist, they could have a rack with clothes or a rack with the different color swatches to be able to use to demonstrate how to show how you can determine what your color is. So it's very informal, and they rely on traffic that is passing by. So it's not like they may have sent out some invitations to their customer base, but it relies heavily on people that are passing by. So it's usually at the front of the store, or like I said, it could be outside of the store. And people who are passing by generally stop, take a look, and maybe they'll come into the store. The goal is to increase traffic and impulse sales. And sometimes high profile people are present to help increase that interest. So those are just some simple characteristics of a demonstration. Now, the last in-person activity that I'm going to talk about is sampling. Sampling is just simply giving away free products or even charging just a minimal price for the introductory products. So let's talk about some of the characteristics of sampling. Now, as far as the characteristics of sampling, samples can lead customers to actually make a purchase or become a regular user of a product or an item that they had not used before. So it is more prevalent, of course, with things like cosmetics, fragrances, and food. You really don't see sampling a lot in clothing, in fashion per se, because it's hard to give people a sample of a clothing item or anything like that. You may see them, if they're really promoting like cotton wear, you may see them give out cotton or even a swatch of the fabric. Or let's say it's some type of accessory. They may have like a bead or a little crystal sample or things of that nature, but it's generally, they're not samples in fashion per se, because a fashion item is something that you wear, and a sample is something that you generally want to taste or get a feel for or see how it looks on your skin or smell or anything like that. So it's going to be more on the cosmetic, fragrance, and food side that you'll see sampling. Samplings can lead to impulse purchases, because if you smell that scent, then you're like, oh, I want to get that. That smells so good. Maybe I'll just get a small bottle of it or what have you. And generally they will have like promotional packaging or bundles related to the samples. It also could help customers make an informed decision, because maybe they're looking for a gift, or they're trying to make a decision between a couple of fragrances that they've smelled before or they've heard about. And if they actually get a sample of it, then it could help them make a decision on which scent they actually want to purchase, or what makeup they want to purchase, or what food items they want to get. So those are a very big help in helping people make decisions. So those are the 3 in-person activities that I want to spotlight as far as special events are concerned: special sales, samplings, and demonstrations. So next we're going to talk about some online activities and enrollment activities. That will be in next week's podcast. So come on back. I do thank you for listening to Marketing Adventure with Jackie, and I hope that you have a wonderfully blessed day. Hey, if you're viewing this online, you see that I have a new studio that I'm recording in. Yes, this has been a big move. I actually sold my home and I am living temporarily in a travel trailer, and I am recording from my bunk room, and this is going to be my place of recording for the next few months. So I hope that you stick with me on this journey. My sound may sound a little different. My environment looks a little different, but I'm going to still keep bringing you the great content for this podcast and for your classroom. So again, thank you for joining me here. I look forward to talking to you again. Thanks for listening to Marketing Adventure. Remember to subscribe, rate, review, and share this episode with someone you think would benefit from the information shared here today. If you have any questions or want to connect with me, find me on Instagram at Marketing Adventure. All links and resources discussed in this episode can be found in the show notes at marketingadventure.com.